There we go. Hello, everybody. We'll just give them a second to come on, and then I will totally introduce you. Okay, so people are starting to come on. Hello, everybody. This is my friend, Reverend Cheryl Hines.
Hello.
I just got really nervous all of a sudden, Cheryl. This is my show. I've been doing this for like a year. I never get nervous, and all of a sudden my heart just dropped. Here's the thing. Reverend Cheryl is kind of like my mentor. She's the one that gave me that kick in the ass that I needed to get out and start doing this for you guys. So it's weird to be sitting up here and introducing her. Usually she's like the one hosting, and I'm just following. But anyway, my very talented, beautiful friend, Reverend Cheryl Hines, that does tarot cards and is very talented at, I don't know what you would call intuitive master, just life coaching. I don't know what you call it, but I know what I call it in my life.
Yeah.
I'll let you tell a little bit about what you do.
Well, I guess you would call me an intuitive empath, first of all.
Okay.
And that I've been all my life. And it's just being able to feel or sense something, whether it be with one person or somebody else, or it could be a universal thing. You can, because I can reach out to wherever, so
Yeah.
you might call me a little woo-woo, all right? Just a little.
They called me woo-woo for most of my life, Cheryl. I've been trying to get away from that.
It's not going to happen. When you're on my show, to be welcome to the world of woo.
Oh, great. Here we go. Okay. I can't wait. Yes, talk about your show, because I'm really excited. I've been doing mine for a year, but yours is just getting started.
Yes, I am so excited about starting it on Monday mornings at 9 o'clock. And I'm going to be showing up in pajamas and a mug of coffee. Only on long weekends will it just be me, and then it allows me to do something else. But during the rest of the time, I will have guests on, and they're all going to be, it's about everyone's spiritual journey, how people have got through things, how they've managed, and then we get to have some fun afterwards. They can, if they're a reader, they can stay and do readings with me, or they can stay and just play with me. We can just play together. I'm so looking forward. So it's 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning.
And the best part, can I say it?
Yeah.
We're in pajamas.
We're in pajamas?
Any of you that know me, that's like right up my alley. If I'm home and I'm not online, I'm in pajamas every day.
Yeah, so she gets to come and see me, and she's in her pajamas. I'll be in mine.
Awesome. Okay, so for today, one other thing I want to kind of talk about is because, and I never thought about this until literally 5 minutes before we went live, Cheryl had said to me that she's got people that are going to be watching her from, her sites and whatnot. And they can't really call in today because it's Member Saturdays, and you have to have a membership to call in. So, I mean, if you want to buy a membership, you're free to do that and call in. But, whatchamacallit, so I think we can't do anything about that today, because the whole point of Member Saturdays is to make it easier for people who do have the membership to be able to get through, because on Tuesdays, when anybody can call in, it can get very busy, and it can be, some of you wait months to get through, and I don't think that's fair to do to the members on their Saturdays. So from now, like next time Cheryl's on my show and any guests in the future, what I'm going to do is just extend them the membership that they can give to 3 people before they come on the show, so that they have 3 people that can call in on Member Saturdays as well. That way it's not a huge amount of people flooding the network, but you'll still have your people that'll be able to get through. Make sense?
Right. Well, and I forgot to tell you, the name of the show is going to be Rev It Up.
There we go.
Rev It Up with Rev Cheryl on
That's
Mondays.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so this person, I'm going to grab them before they hang out here, has been calling repeatedly. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, you're just shocked you got through. What is your first name?
Hi, Carolyn.
Carolyn? Okay, do you have a membership, Carolyn?
I did, well, I've got a friend of mine said she was able to gift her membership once, and she gave me her number.
Okay, 1 second. I'm going to take you off speaker to give that to me. 1 second. Okay, so what is her number? Okay, perfect. I didn't bring a pen with me here, but I will mark it down just so I can keep track. Okay, I'm going to take you off speaker, okay? 1 second. Or put you back on speaker is what I meant. Ha! Okay, so can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so Carolyn, you get the luxury of having both Cheryl and I here. So you're getting, she's pulling cards for you already.
Very excited.
Awesome. Okay, and I am going to, well, I'm just going to let her go because she seems to be picking up on stuff, and I'll go after if that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, she's already got cards going, so I'll just hold this for you.
Awesome. Hi, Carolyn. It's Cheryl here.
Hi.
I'm so happy to be able to read for you today. That's awesome. Okay, so I'm seeing 4 different things here for you, hon. One of the things that are coming up right now is that you have a wish, you have a desire, a dream, something along those lines that you were hoping would come true for you. Would that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And it just seems like there's a lot of things that are getting in the way.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. It feels to me like you have a lot of weight on you, if you will. It feels like there's a lot that's coming at you. It's just almost nonstop, one thing after another. Would that make sense?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you, hon, when you start putting things out there that you want to do, things that you want to move forward into, guess what comes up is all the things that that get in your way because of how what it is. It's a gift in a way, because all these things are just showing up to let you know this is what needs healing in order for you to get to that point in your life where you can actually start manifesting those things. So that's all this is. It's just stuff coming up, and it might feel like, why am I here again? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what's happening is you're trying to move forward, and then all these things start coming up. It's like you taking your foot off of a bubble and or a balloon, and all of a sudden it comes up, and it's going to feel the same way as it went there. So as it's being released, it's going to feel exactly the same thing as when it went in. So you need to see what's going on, shove it all into a bubble of some sort, and let it go. Let it go. But this involved moving in some way, or a home, your home.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So it feels to me like when you start letting things go, get up in the morning, set your intention. Today I'm going to feel this way. Set your intention and let all those other things just go right by the wayside. And you will find that your home will start to become, it'll feel better for you. You'll be able to start attracting those things to you, because the whole thing about attraction is when you set that up for yourself, when you're setting up, it's all vibration, and it like attracts like. It'll all start coming to you, and it does take time, because unfortunately we're living on planet Earth, my darling.
Yeah.
Yes, but don't stop seeking those answers. Don't stop it. Keep going. Be brave, hon. Don't let it get you down, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Sorry, can I jump in here now?
Jump in, darling.
Okay, because I'm picking up spirit already.
Mm-hmm.
I still want you to do the grounding just because it just makes me feel a little bit more grounded as well. So if I could get you to sit with both feet flat on the floor for a second.
Okay.
And then I want you to take a deep breath, but I want you to picture that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it straight through the phone at me, and then just give me 1 minute to focus. Okay. There's a few people coming in actually. Hold on. So right off the bat, and even while Cheryl was talking, there was a gentleman that stands behind you. He definitely feels above you, like a father figure, so either dad or grandfather. As we do, or uncle, forgive me, you know what I mean by above you, right?
Yeah.
Then as we do the grounding exercise, he's showing me, I don't know if he's talking about either somebody passed away after him that he was there to greet their soul, or somebody is not doing so well right now and he's watching over them because he's placing the white blanket around somebody's shoulders. There's also somebody stepping forward with white lighters all around them, or what I call white lighters, which are beings that are just pure white light. Their job is to heal. And typically they will surround somebody that passed, either that takes responsibility for their passing, that committed suicide, or whose passing was sudden, unexpected, or tragic, in such a way that there's a lot of healing that's needed, because that's their job, either for the soul that crossed over or the people that are left behind. I know I'm throwing a lot out at you, so just give me a second because it's all coming at me at once. We'll go back and figure out what it means. Okay, so all that being said, I want to go to the father figure. He snaps his fingers, so his passing was either sudden or unexpected. I feel like it was unexpected, but then he's showing me my symbol for distance or space. So I don't know if he's been on the other side for quite some time, or you didn't get to see him for some time before he passed away. But he's showing me, like, if he's taken me to the end of his life, and I feel like the end just was actually like very quick. That doesn't mean that we didn't know he was sick. It just means that we weren't expecting him to pass as quickly as he did. And there's a relief around that, like, thank God, because now I have all my mobility back and my strength back. Do you understand that?
I think so. My grandfather passed before I was born.
Okay.
My mom's dad.
And do you understand how he would have passed unexpectedly or suddenly?
Yes.
Okay, and that he's
young.
And young. Okay. Slow this down. That's why he's showing me the white lighters all around him. There's somebody else that's stepping forward with white lighters all around them as well. And I think that's why the grandfather's coming through first, is it's his way to let you know that his soul was there to greet this person when they got to the other side. Who lost the child, or who is the younger person that's underneath him?
My mom.
Okay. So is this is mom's dad?
Yeah.
I see. So that happens often. If you watch the show, you'll see that, is that, you know, just because you never met your grandfather doesn't mean anything, because he knows you. And the people that were there longer will step forward to let you know that they were there to greet the soul of the person on the other side. And I'm getting goosebumps because that explains to me why in the very beginning, remember when I just did a ramble of the mouth at you? And I said that he was talking about putting the blanket around the person's shoulders and saying that they were on the other side with him.
Right.
So I think that's his way of acknowledging that mom is safe and at peace with him. Hold on. So your mom does a couple of things. One, she steps forward with rose-colored glasses. Rose. What do you mean? You said, "Oh my gosh," what does that mean to you?
Rose was her middle name, and was how we pay tribute to her all the time on her gravesite.
Aww. See, and I tell people this all the time. It's funny because 9 times out of 10, rose-colored glasses means that they see things differently on that side. But Spirit will say what they need me to say just to get me to say the words they need me to say. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's so funny. Hold on. Okay, so a couple of things. She's showing me my symbol for gratitude. She's showing me my symbol for whispering in the ear, which is when they hear everything that somebody has said since they've passed away. I feel like I'm standing. Did you guys release balloons or something like this? Because I feel like I'm standing watching something float away, and I don't know what that means.
A rainbow.
I see. She's like,
We didn't release balloons, but there was a rainbow.
that you honored her with. Because
we left the hospital.
there you go. That's what she's showing me, is looking up at the sky. So that's her way of validating for you that that was real. And she's very much, you know what she's doing? She's showing me my symbol for thank you. And then I'm feeling like there's people coming. She's thanking you for including people or bringing people to her that she didn't think she was going to get to say goodbye to, and she did. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
She's also wanting you to know that she shows me my symbol for communication, so maybe she wasn't able to fully communicate or to be able to let you know that she was aware that everybody was there at the end, but she shows me the holding of the hand, so that's Spirit's way of letting you know that they were very aware that you were there right up till the end. And all I feel is this incredible feeling of like peace, and I feel like somebody's actually, one by one, people are kissing my forehead. It's like after I pass, people come in and just start kissing me. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
She needs you to know that her soul was with you guys in the room. She gets all excited about her grave. She's like, oh my God, Tracy, you should see what they did. Oh my gosh, above and beyond is to say the least.
We put a lot of thought and time into what we marked.
No. Well, please know that she's aware of that, and that she's also showing me the talking to her. She's aware that you talk to her every day. She's like, not just talk. She's like, Tracy, we have coffee every morning. Every morning. Almost like you get up and you invite her, you talk to her every morning.
Every morning I am. When she passed, they gave me a...
Sorry?
They gave me a vision. When she passed, for my angel on my shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
And I
No.
sorry.
That's okay, honey. You take your time.
I keep it in my drawer where I keep my makeup and that, whether I'm wearing it or not through the day. I have it in my drawer and I touch it every morning.
No. Please just know that when you do that, that your mom's soul is with you. And I tell people this all the time, and I know it's hard to understand, but I want you to try, because the dead are not dead. Not in the way that we understand death, that death does not exist. Love never dies. That energy is with you. They just don't speak English anymore. They don't speak English, French, German, Spanish, nothing like that. They speak synchronicity and coincidence. And if you listen, you will hear them. And you'll hear your mom with you, because let me tell you, that woman is so extremely blessed to have the mobility and the freedom to be a part of your life again. Is the way she makes me feel, that because she got older and sicker and just not able to move around the way that she wanted to before, she wasn't able to participate in your life the way that she wanted to. And she's extremely happy to have that ability now. She's like, just know that I'm still here and that I hear you. Okay, so I'm going to let Cheryl pull a couple more cards here. She's just got a couple more things to say before we let you go and move on to the next caller. But I hope that was helpful.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Amazing, thank you.
Yeah, it is always helpful to get messages from your loved ones, that's for sure. And one of the things to know is that in your sorrow and in your feelings about things, when it comes to your home, that it really is important to you, having your home. And what I feel, have you set up some kind of an altar for your mom?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because that's what I'm seeing here, is that you've set up, or if you hadn't, you need to set up an altar, someplace where you can feel like she's still present with you, and that those places are really sacred to you. And you cannot put a time on grieving. You cannot. Absolutely not. You can grieve as long as you want. But just know that that is with healing. And there is healing taking place. There is healing taking place. Also know that spirit guides you towards abundance when it comes to that. Like if you're having problems with that kind of a thing, know that your loved ones are on that other side and they are helping you. They are pulling strings. They ask them. Ask them to help.
That's the thing. You have to ask. They cannot interrupt your free will.
No.
They can't just go, oh, I think you need a Ferrari. Here, I'm going to send you one. You know?
Yeah.
You have to go, I want a Ferrari. Send me the experiences and the things, the people, the influences that I need to manifest that in my life. And they can do that.
Yes. So you're not alone. So just know that you're not alone in any of this, okay? You've got this guidance. And you can just ask for that help, okay? Oh, it also looks like things are going to work out for you anyways.
Yeah, as she's saying this, they're showing me a very quick turnaround, whatever that means. I feel like within the next week or two, everything turns around, and then they go bam, 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 like one thing after another turns out. It's almost like there's 3 things you're waiting on, and one after another, they turn out. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Perfect. So deep breaths. Remember, this is not things coming against you. When you ask for something, and just like Cheryl said, I just want to reiterate this before we move on to the next client, is that a lot of times when we pray for something, we get up and we pray like, I want this experience in my life. Well, the thing is, there's roadblocks in the way of you having that experience. So God is going to bring you the experiences that you need to clear so that you can have what you're asking for. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
It's like if you say, I want a car, and you don't even have a license, well, guess what? You're going to have to go do some things before you can get that car. So remember, when you're praying for something and then you get all these challenges all of a sudden, take a deep breath and thank God for them and trust God that He sent these to you so that you can have what you want.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Definitely.
All right. You have an amazing day, and I hope that that was helpful.
Much love to you.
Thank you.
Much love to you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
No. That was pretty sweet.
I love it when mothers come through.
They're so nurturing, aren't they?
My mom's hanging around today. I can feel her hanging out. She's been hanging out with me, and I think that's because her passing was July 17th.
Oh.
So.
All right.
Yeah.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Oops. Hello?
Hello, I think they might have the wrong number.
Are you calling for the live readings?
Hello?
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 Hello? Are you calling for the live readings?
Yes, I am.
Do you have a membership?
Yes, I do.
Okay, awesome. Hold on, I'm going to take you off speaker here. What is your name or membership number? Perfect. I don't need a membership number. I know that name. 1 second here.
What do you think?
Pardon me?
I've got the number as well, whatever you want. Yeah.
You know, Valerie, yours is one of the names that I remember because you were one of the first people that I ever did readings for in a capacity of letting people know what I could do.
Yeah.
I know I haven't read for you in a couple of years, but I still remember your name because I don't remember all your dead people. You'll have to forgive me because it's been a long time since I read for you, but I will never forget your name.
Thank you.
Aw. Okay, so do you want me to go first or do you want to go first?
Let's do the grounding first.
Okay, we're going to do the grounding exercise first. Valerie, if you're good with that.
Yeah.
So if you can sit with both feet flat on the floor for a minute. And then I want you to take a deep breath, and I want you to picture that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly bringing it all the way up through your body, and then blow it straight through the phone at me, and then just give me 1 minute to focus. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so right away, I'm remembering, well, not just remembering, but I'm hearing the father figure, the father figure, the father figure.
What's her name?
Valerie. Slow this down. Okay, I'm hearing daddy's hands, but I'm hearing daddy's hands times 2, and I'm not sure what that means. Slow this down. I know what that means. There's 2 father figures. Okay, sorry, I do know what that means. Because your daughter's father is, so your ex-husband is also on the other side. Because they show me daddy's hands times 2, which is my symbol for dad times 2. But there's also a mother figure on the other side, but she takes me 1 above. So I don't think this would be your mom. I think this would be like your grandmother's on the other side. Your mom's still here in the physical world?
Yeah.
Okay. Her mom is on the other side though, correct?
Correct.
She takes a deep breath and she lets me know that she has full mobility on that side. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay, slow this down. Interesting. What she just did is she that's really interesting. Okay, because she walked over to your dad, she kisses him on the cheek as if to say like hello, and then she shows me the handshake, which is usually my symbol for either making peace or meeting for the first time. So did your grandmother not know? How do I explain that? Hold on. No, this is the husband or the,
Okay.
that's why. So your grandmother didn't know your husband here in the physical world.
She did not.
That's why. So she walked over, kissed. I thought it was, because see, they're both coming through as father figures, right? So
Yeah.
I thought she's talking about your dad. I'm like, what? But no, she's talking about meeting your husband for the first time on the other side.
Yeah, that would have been, yeah, for sure.
You know, he feels, how do I put this? Humbled is the words that he's using for me when he gets to the other side. I feel like he wants to take a minute and I just feel gratitude. He's like asking me to stop for a minute and just express some gratitude. And he's showing me my symbol for rose-colored glasses, which is when they see things differently on that side than when they were here in the physical world. And there's something about parenting. I don't know if he gave you a hard time about parenting or if there is like a custody battle or what the heck that is. I kind of feel like there was some judgment going on there, and that when he got to the other side, he felt stupid for it because you've done an amazing job, if that makes sense.
A bit, yeah, for sure. No custody though.
Okay. But you understand that like tension and possibly
Yeah.
a sense of like undermining, or not even overtly undermining, but just more not giving you the credit that you deserve here in the physical world.
Okay.
So your grandma is like talking, I don't know why she shows me this, so forgive me, but she shows me like, oh dear God, I almost don't even want to say this, but it's not my job to judge. Have you had a series of different boyfriends recently, or have you been dating? Again, I don't know what she means by this, but she's showing me like, which man do I want to choose today? I don't know what that means.
No, but I was putting it out there that perhaps it's time for me to start
Okay.
pursuing it.
I see. Okay, so I know exactly what she means by that now. Because she's like, which one do I want to choose? Which one? Which one? So what she's saying is that she's been trying to help you with this on the other side. Actually, what she's telling me right now is to tell you to specify. Instead of saying, well, bring me a guy, tell her exactly what type of guy you're looking for. She's like, I've got all these people lined up, but I don't know which one you want. Be specific. Do you want tall? Do you want short? Do you want kind? Do you want ugly? Like, what do you want? You know?
Okay.
Because she very much wants to help you with this. She's very excited. She's like, it's about time that you get up off the couch, or not necessarily meaning that you've been sitting by the couch the whole time, but more meaning that I seeing the wave. And when I see the wave, that usually indicates like a feeling of depression or a tendency to be a little bit isolated from time to time. And she's like pushing you out of the house. She's like, come on, let's get involved in life again. Let's get out there, because I've got all these men lined up for you to meet, She's like, what do you think? They're just going to knock on your door and be like, here we go, relationship, I'm here. I'm the man of your dreams. Grandma sent me. She's like, come on, you got to get out there for you to meet the men that I'm trying to set up for you.
Okay.
She's like, no more isolation. She's talking about being happy that you found your smile again, that you're working hard to find your smile. Do you understand that?
Yes, I did.
She wants to validate that you're not alone on that. And I'm seeing walking, literally walking. She's like, talk about the walking again. Have you made a point to start doing this every day now?
I haven't started yet.
But you've been thinking about it?
Yes.
She's like, just know that when you go on those walks, your dad and your grandma are going to be going with you. Your mom's like, what am I, chopped liver? Or sorry, not the mom, oh, hold on. That's one way to make an impression. There's somebody else coming in. There's an auntie on the other side as well that's coming through. That's why I'm feeling mom, because she's younger spirit than your grandmother.
Okay, yeah, there's a few of them up there that would definitely step in.
T.
The T, yeah. Is there one that would be in another country or a little bit further away? Because she's showing me my symbol for distance, that either she lived further away from you or you didn't see her for a long time before she passed.
Could be both of those scenarios for the same person.
Okay. So that's her way of validating who she is then.
Okay.
So all of them are like, point being is that she's stepping forward when I said that they're going for walks with you during the day. She's like, exactly. Just know that I'm with you too. They're all going for walks with you. Okay, so I'm going to let Cheryl move this over to Cheryl because she's got a bunch of cards laid out for you here. She's just chomping at the bit. She's got stuff going. So I'm going to let you speak to her.
I got stuff, Valerie.
Okay.
I can definitely see here that you've been through a really hard time, that it was that you were really weighed down by a lot, emotionally, mentally. It was like every part of you had broken down spiritually. You kind of crashed. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Yes, but through all this, it looks to me, or it feels to me like you just kind of like a thunderbolt just came and went, like woke you up a little bit. It was like you realized that you really need to get on with things and you really need to get moving forward. And you asked for help. It feels like it'd be almost the first time where well, I wouldn't say the first time because you feel like you've always been quite spiritual. And this is the first time you've really asked in earnest for yourself. You're really good at asking other people, for other people, but now you're asking for yourself. Does that make sense?
It does, Cheryl.
Yeah, holy cow. And are you ever getting a good response? I'm surprised that there isn't like a whole bunch of static electricity at your place with lights flickering and things moving around and pictures being moved on the wall. It's almost like there should be a lot of signs, an abundance of signs that they are around you. And I got to tell you that it looks like there's there's a settledness around abundance as well. It's almost like you're taking a breath around that. Does that make sense?
So what does it mean again? That's fine.
Well, it just means like you're okay. Like it isn't as bad as you thought it was.
Yeah.
Right.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yes. So stay focused on that feeling. When you get up in the morning and you're having your morning, whatever it is, tea or I don't know. Do you drink tea? Are you a coffee drinker?
Coffee, yeah.
Coffee, okay. Because I see you with a cup of something in your hands. And as you're sipping on that, just allow yourself to get grounded. I love that pun, by the way. It was totally intentional. And allow yourself to get grounded and just sit with that feeling. Sit with that feeling of, just like, this is a beautiful feeling, a beautiful moment. Get your thoughts centered around setting the tone and the intention for the day. And there really is something about, are you moving, hun? Are you moving? Are you wanting to move?
No, Not from where I live, no.
Okay, because I see a lot of movement moving forward. And sometimes that could mean a physical move, or it just could mean that you're physically moving.
I was picking that up too. Did you just do renovations or something? Because
Yeah.
I'm picking up the house too. So there's got to be something going on with the house that's changing or different.
Not so much the house as I'm starting to change positions within the same company.
Oh,
I see.
okay,
So it's
all right.
a symbolic move.
Yeah, okay, so it is symbolic. It is definitely symbolic. And but again, there's all this, or know that wonderful stuff is going to happen for you. If not with this company, with something else, okay? There is something coming for you. And all of what you've gone through, it's all leading up to this. And I love what Tracy said about setting the intention for who you want to date. But what's really important is have fun with it. Don't take it so seriously. Like, don't feel like, is this the one? Is this the one? Is this the one? What you're doing is you're setting your intention, stepping forward, and it'll just happen. Have fun with it.
Okay.
Yeah. And live in that moment right now. And it's not about seeing a future with anybody you're dating. It's about being in the moment and being playful and waking up again. Does that make sense?
It does, yes.
Yeah. So that's what this is about, being playful, and so about self-love as well. It's about being self-loving. And self-loving isn't just about looking in the mirror and saying, hey, I really like who's in that mirror today, and look who's looking back at me. It's not about being there with you. Self-loving is more about the sense of just loving everything.
Making decisions
Yeah.
for yourself that are out of love. And it's funny because I hate to cut you off here for a second, but as you're talking about that, what's springing out at me is the difference between love and fear. And when we're making a decision, to make sure that we make our decisions based out of love for yourself and your family, and not out of fear. And even as you talk about moving forward with your work, that is very pronounced to me, is that you need to make that decision. Even as Cheryl's talking about making these decisions out of love for yourself, that's exactly it.
Yeah.
Making a decision to work in an environment that doesn't make you want to die every day. Do you know what I mean? That's a decision out of love for yourself.
It is.
Choosing to stay in a job that you hate and that you have to force yourself to go to every day is making a decision based on fear.
Yeah.
And whenever you make a decision based on fear, it's going to blow up in your face every single time. It's going to make life is going to get harder. It's going to get uglier, and it's just going to get nastier until you start to choose love for yourself. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
When you make the decision for love going forward, even if you can't see the answer or the outcome, even if you can't see, like, I'm going to quit this job and I'm going to find another job that I love. I'm just going to trust God and go with it. And I can't see how this is going to go. I could fall flat on my face, but I'm trusting God and I'm doing this out of love for myself going forward. And you know what's going to happen? Every single time it blooms. Miracles happen.
Yeah. And it looks like as you'll find what you're looking for, what you're seeking for. The whole thing is to take those steps, which I see you're already doing. I really sense that. And you just want to be working with somebody that is fair, and that they're less critical, less judgmental. They're more accepting of who you are. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Oh, very much so,
Yeah. They're more accepting of you. Did you have a lot of like backbiting and that kind of stuff going on before?
A lot of, I'm sorry, which?
A lot of backbiting?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and this is what the environment you want to get out of. And you know what? You just need to adopt an attitude of a thick skin. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks about you. That's their stuff. It's not yours. Not yours. And if anyone tells you, oh, well, they're just a reflection of who you are, you could say bullshit to that, because I'm saying bullshit to that. That comes through very strongly for me, because I heard it in my head. I just heard this bullshit really loud. and just remember that it is not your stuff. So you just get to be who you are. You get to stand in that positiveness of who you are. And if somebody doesn't like it, then too darn bad. Just keep moving forward. But it looks to me like you're going to be moving forward into a position that is going to bring you more peace. More peace, more creativity, more fun. Okay?
That sounds very encouraging. Thank you.
Yes.
Awesome. Thanks for calling, Valerie. I hope that was helpful.
Very much so. Thank you and have a good day.
You too. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye. This is awesome. I like having you on here. It's like, it's a good energy between the two of us.
Yeah.
I talk to their poor dead people, and then you come in and tell them what's coming up. That's perfect. Okay, here we go.
We're good.
Hello?
Hi,
Hi. Are you calling for the readings?
I am.
Awesome. Do you have a membership?
I love her voice.
You know what? I do.
Okay.
So, I actually just sent you an email transfer.
Just now?
Yeah, like I sent it to you via text. So I
Okay.
kind of looked at your site and I didn't have anywhere to pay automatically, so I don't know if that counts or not.
Well, I'm looking at my text right now. I don't see anything there. Let me just look in my site thing. You know what? I don't see it here, but if that's something that you are absolutely promising in front of however many people are like listening.
I swear to God. But you know what? I bet you I put area code 780.
Oh, you
So
okay?
I will send it to you right after this. And I also, it's Krista, by the way. I'm going to help you automate this so that people can actually.
Oh, this is like the Krista.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so glad. Okay, okay. So
Because I'm like, how do we do this? So I go to lunch and I'm like, oh, of course I have to do it manually.
that's so awesome. Okay, I have to tell everybody about who you are first before we pull cards and go forward, though. Okay, Krista?
Okay, sure.
Okay, so Krista, and I don't know how much of this I've told you about even yet, Cheryl. Krista is somebody that understands technology,
Yes.
and she's somebody that I've read for in the past, not for a while, I don't think. I know it was a couple of years ago that you came to a group reading in Edmonton. And so like many of you, and most of you know, I don't remember dead people or whatnot. I just remember names. But Krista contacted me about a week ago and told me that she could help all of us in a way that you guys are going to love. Because, and I haven't even told you guys about that, so this is a perfect opportunity. From now on, you guys know how that I book phone readings as well. Well, from now on, you guys are going to be able to book a video chat reading so that you can see me and you on the screen, and they can be recorded. And then I can send it to you afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
And not just that, but I can do online group readings for up to like 10 people. You can be just in your own living rooms and whatever. And I can record those too and send those to you afterwards. Like, that's so cool. It's going to change everything. And it's all because of you. And just so you know, Krista, I already signed up for that Zoom thing and paid the member or the money for it and everything. I'm already ready to go whenever you are.
Good. So, yes, we'll talk about that. But seriously, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to change all of this.
Okay.
Good. For everybody. Everybody.
Yay! So everybody say thank you, Krista. Awesome.
Thank you, Krista.
Okay.
You're welcome.
So, it's interesting because even as we say this, I don't know if you were just calling in mostly for the cards or what, but as we're even talking, I can feel that I can feel a little bit of energy around you, but they're just showing me thumbs up and pointing at Cheryl with the card reading, almost like this is what's really important for you right now is something about, are you looking about which direction to go? You're looking for something about direction. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, because Spirit's like, we're not here to talk to you, Tracy. Pass it over to Cheryl. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here. Holy cow. Talk about energy coming through for you, Krista. First of all, it seems like things were stuck for a while, were they not? But it felt like they just hanging in the balance here. But what that is because the hangman comes up. What that means, though, is that while you're upside down, and while things don't seem to be moving very quickly, It's actually an opportunity to see things from a different perspective. So it does knock you off your path a little. So when you're turned upside down, you're going, then you get to check things out from a totally different perspective. And what this means is that you've come through a lot of upheavals and blocks and so on and so forth. And it's really wonderful because it looks like you're standing on your feet strong, having come through all those obstacles. Maybe a little war-torn, but a lot wiser. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Yeah, a lot wiser. You have a lot more information. You have a lot more passion. You're getting your passion back again, which is absolutely fantastic. And you're finding new ways. It looks like you're seeking new ways of making money.
Yes.
Yes. And it looks like it's working.
That's all I see around you, honey, is dollar signs.
Yeah.
And they're coming faster and faster. It's like rain.
Yep.
And it starts to like drizzle at first, and then it just is like beating down.
Yes. And I got to tell you, because it can be really hard to maintain this high level of energy all the time. Understand that excitement is, in a way, it's still an intense feeling, and it needs to normalize, okay? So there comes a time where that high energy, that high, even though people say, push for it, push for it, push for it, that can burn us out when we do that. So we really need to take a balanced look at things. And again, it's setting your intention before you even put your feet on the floor in the morning. Just open your eyes and go, today something wonderful is happening for me and for everybody that I'm involved with. Really set those intentions that are really awesome. And boy, there's a lot of really fast-paced energy moving forward. You're going to need do you have an assistant?
No, but that's going to be my first hire.
Yes. Okay.
It's coming sooner than you think.
Yes. It'll be coming very, very fast. And you're going to have to need an assistant. And I got to tell you, choose wisely, hon. Choose with your heart, and not just because somebody's got credentials.
Yes. Yeah. No, I've already.
Yep.
It's funny. I'm going to a 2-day training in a couple weeks in the States on how to hire 18 players.
Oh, yeah. You're going to find her. Or him. It could be him.
Yeah, it could be him. Maybe my husband will be demoted from VP of operations. No, I'm just kidding. He's not organized enough for that. Neither am I.
Oh, God. I love it.
And you really need to give yourself some credit too, because it's taken you a lot of courage and strength to move into this. You really had to jump in, and you had to have faith.
Yes, you know what I have to say is, man, like I can be so positive, and I love helping people, and like when you're talking about the rating dollar signs, like that is what excites people for the fact of like, okay, all of a sudden I'm going to be rich and I can like buy nice things. But for me, it symbolizes that I'm actually going to be helping change lives, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It gets me excited in that sense. But, the things that people don't see is that freaking annoying voice in my head of self-doubt, right?
Right.
So here
right.
I am on this high for, 3 days because I'm working on a really cool project that I'm launching next week.
Yeah.
And today I'm just, I'm like talking to myself and I'm like, Krista, remember how you felt yesterday? Why are you telling yourself you can't do this now? But I know part of it, it's mindset and you have to keep pushing forward. But that's why I was like, oh my God, it's Saturday. Oh, wait, I did it.
All it is a voice. It's a voice from the past. It's a voice. It's the voice from the past, hon. And what it is it's the voice that your parents told you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, and I really feel strongly. It's about get a real job. It's almost like that.
But can I just
real
quick here? The other thing that I keep hearing is that what you have to remember is that this is something I struggle with as well. And I think every single one of us, even the most positive of the most positive people going, and I'm one of the most positive people I know, struggle with this. And the thing is, if we can learn to master that, then we can really help people. So when God is having us wake up, and that's how we're feeling, and opportunity to learn to master that, you're actually, it's not that you're, don't feel bad when you're feeling that way. Look at it as an opportunity for you to learn to grow so that you can help other people to get through that. Do you know what I mean?
You know what? I mean, absolutely. And I have to say, like, as I'm being vulnerable, talking about that, this is years in the making to get me to where I am right now, right?
Yeah.
So I recognize it, and I'm like, no, I'm stopping you in your tracks right now, because I feel like I have a bigger purpose, and it's to help other people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Skills and whatever I have. So.
Okay, Krista, you need to add this to your mantra. You need to say, I love to serve others in a way that also serves me.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you are not including yourself in that, then the universe is going, oh well, maybe she doesn't need any help because you're not.
Yes.
Right?
That's just it. There's a big difference between helping other people and helping yourself and being a martyr.
Yeah.
So if you're martyring yourself and you're going, okay, well, I want to help other people, so I'm going to do it, even if it means I have to sacrifice my own happiness, fine, I'm going to do it. That's called martyrdom.
Yeah.
And you're not helping anybody. And that's...
I've learned a thing or two in that, too. But
right there.
It's very great advice to always keep time aligned, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's what I struggle with.
Happens and things go, they can go sideways right now. I could get a phone call that could turn everything upside down in my life, right?
Any one of us.
Have that. Yeah, I know. Awesome.
Well, I do have to say, before I let you pull your energy back a bit here, that grandmother energy, she's not going into full detail like she does, like people normally do, where they give me all the symptoms and everything. She just says, I can breathe and I can move, I'm fine. She's like, let me just tell you, I was with them and I'm seeing water. I know you had mentioned to me that you were going to the lake, but she's showing me something about thank you, because I feel like you did something to honor her, or you took her with you, or you mentioned her, or I don't know how to explain that, but she's making me feel like thank you for including her. Does that make sense?
A grandmother figure?
There's a lady figure that shows me that she can breathe and she can move on that side. I think it's a grandmother. It could be a mother figure, but she takes me above you.
Well, it's funny. I didn't go to the lake. The rest of my family did, because I stayed behind because I wanted to get some work done.
Okay.
So I was talking about an ex-mother-in-law last night, which I haven't talked about in years. If that's her, possibly. I don't know.
Do you understand that she would be able to breathe and move on the other side now? Okay. So that would be her way of validating that she knows you were talking about her. And that's it. It's like, thank you for validating me. Thank you for validating me. And she's showing me watching over your kids. I think that's why I keep going to the lake. Were you worried about them? Forgive me, but it's almost like I want to send my kids to the lake with my husband, but oh my God, it's not like it's like he better frickin' watch them, man.
Okay, so if I was an animal yesterday, I would have been a really scared cat, because I'm scared to death of storms.
I see.
So there was like tornadoes here. I was watching the skies, and I have to tell you, honestly, like I still have anxiety today for it. So my husband's like, okay, so maybe I lied a bit. No, I didn't. I had work to do, but I was also afraid that we were going to get like thrown from our campsite in the tornado. So I was worried. I didn't really want them to go, because I thought if we were home, it would be safer to have a basement. But there was no tornado.
There you go. And she's letting you know that she's one of the people that's there watching over them, so you don't have to worry.
So now he's driving all the way back in some hours to come get me, because I don't know, the skies are blue again.
I love that. See, you're so lucky. One day, I hope to be blessed with a man that will drive that far to come and get my butt too.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So that does make sense.
Awesome. Well, are you good?
Yeah, it just in closing, I just think it's wonderful that you're taking such a deep look at all of this, that you're having faith and you're trusting in your ability to move forward. And it's not just your ability to move forward, it's your ability to receive. And so you're opening up to all of that. You're opening up to receiving. Now, I see open hands here, and it's creating that balance. So giving is so important, but so is receiving. And just remember, keep in mind that every time you say no to receiving, you're breaking that cycle of abundance. So keep saying yes, and show up with huge buckets full to receive rather than just an 8-ounce glass. Okay?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
And give me a little plug for your company here before we move on, Krista, because you've helped me so much. I want to be able to help you in any way I can. So tell everybody your company and where they can get a hold of you, because you're amazing.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, actually, it's funny because me and my husband are starting our own journey. So really to help people build their businesses and their brand and everything online. So, I mean, you can find me on Facebook, Krista McEwen, or our website is kristaanded.com. My personal business that I've built over the last 4 years is an online women's clothing boutique. So it's Dear Scarlet Boutique. And what I'm actually doing now and next week, I'm having my very first masterclass to teach other women how to start their own boutique or online store. So
that's so awesome. And I know somebody, as you're saying that right now, I'm going to tag her in this. Allison, I'm talking to you. She needs your help. She's trying to do that right now. I know she could absolutely use your help for that. I'm so excited.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you for doing that. I see, here I am. All of a sudden, I'm like, I feel so awkward of doing that, but you gave me the opportunity to, what was it?
Plug.
Receive.
And receive.
I
Yep.
have a hard time with that, right? But thank you. It feels good to do that.
Yeah. Well, see, God's sending you practice, things that you need to practice and what you need to embrace so that you can move forward, right? So,
yeah.
Yay!
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Krista. I hope this was helpful today.
Thank you. I'm so glad I got through.
Yay, me too.
Me too.
Okay.
All right.
Have a
Take
good
care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, guys, it is 1 o'clock. That is all the time that we have today, unfortunately. Thank you so much, Cheryl. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I absolutely loved having this lady on. And I just found that was like so entertaining and even more helpful for people that they got to hear from their loved ones, but also an insight into what's coming up for them. I love this. How many of you agree we need to have her on Tuesdays? You think? Woo! If you think so, write Tuesday in the comments section, because if Tuesdays are open for anybody can call in on Tuesdays. I had to turn off the call waiting on my phone because it was just constant beep, 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 beep. So yeah, maybe one of these Tuesdays I can have you on and then anybody can call in. And like Cheryl was saying, make sure that you tune into her show coming up. When's the first show, Cheryl?
August the 6th, but I won't have a guest. It'll just be me because I have to let everybody know who I am and what's coming.
Exactly. Rev It Up with Reverend Cheryl Hines. And then I'll be a guest on her show on August 20th in my pajamas.
In her PJs and coffee.
Get your pajamas and coffee on, guys. And I look forward to seeing you again in 2 weeks. I'm going back to Ontario. That's the other thing I want to say. I'm going to be in Ontario one more time, guys. So that means I'll be traveling. I'm driving. So I'm driving straight from Alberta all the way to Ontario. If you would like me to stop at your house, unfortunately, it's only worth it if we stop for like a group or something. But if you want to set up a group with your friends and family or whatever, I will absolutely make a point of stopping in your home on my way through. Other than that, I might not be live this Tuesday because I'll be driving, but probably Thursday I will be live. And members Saturdays will be not next Saturday, but the Saturday after. So thank you guys for showing up. Thank you, Reverend Cheryl.
Thank you. It was wonderful being here.
And I look forward to seeing you guys all soon. Take care.